Hello and welcome back. So today I am doing the part 2 of the IPSY and my packet, and this was their theme today. In case you missed the first part of it, it was like your magic theme. And so just to recap as to why I'm doing a part 2, in my October bag I did get 2 primers, 2 setting powders, and 2 eyeshadow palettes. So in this part 2, using the Lovecraft eyeshadow palette along with the Smashbox Oil and Control primer and the Tarte translucent loose powder. That's what I will be using today. So I will be starting off with my eyes. So I already went ahead and primed my lids. So we're gonna go in with the Lovecraft eyeshadow, and I'll show you. Ooh, so pretty, so pretty. So I will be working with this. It doesn't have too many mattes, so I might have to dip into another palette, but we'll try to make this one work. So we are gonna start off, in fact, with that brown color right here, and it is called Juno. This palette does have names in it. So, and I love the little embossing that they have on there. I think it's so cute. The palette in just general is super cute. Goes very well with their little bag. And it does have some kickback, as you can tell, and a mirror. So I'm just gonna be using the mirror. And I am just looking down into my mirror just so you guys can see the effects of it. Ooh, I thought that was gonna really transition a little more brown or go off true to the color in the palette, but no, this looks gray. The undertone, very cool. I am gonna clean up here just because I don't want this to settle there. I'm gonna go in with the purple that we have here, and it's called Hecat. Up on my finger, and I'm just gonna place it on my lid. Okay, so this feels sort of like a satin shimmer. Like there's a little bit of payoff, but if you're looking for that intense, you're not gonna get it from the looks of it. So let me try using a brush, and I'm going to spritz my brush, and we'll see if that helps it. It helped a little bit. Like I said, if you're looking for something super intense on contact, this is not going to be it for you. Okay. All right, so I'm gonna go in with the gold in the palette right here, and it's called Haley. And I'm just gonna go in with my brush for that. It's okay. Well, I had this one backwards, so this one seems to be coming along better with your finger, but it's transitioning to a much lighter color. Well, we have one last shimmer in this palette right here, and it's this blue one right here called Orb. Let's see if Orb is willing to work with us. I guess I'm gonna go for a smoky type of look so early in the morning. To counteract some of the darkness right there. And the purple just really got lost. So I'm gonna clean up the under eye, and then I'm gonna try to do the same to the other, and I'll be right back. Okay, so I was supposed to go off camera and do the other eye. However, I could not. It just was not looking pretty. It wasn't something that a nice set of lashes was gonna be able to save. So, and honestly, it is too early in the morning and it's a Thursday. It's too early for a smoky eye like that. So, for the sake of the video, I will still try to make this work, except I'm only going to be using these two colors down here and see what I get with that. Try to make it work with these two colors, and then we'll call it a day with that. Okay, so I'm gonna dip into the part 1 palette that I used, the Violet Voss. Okay, so before I go off and I clean up my under eyes, I'm gonna prime with the Smashbox. And this is their Smashbox Photo Finish Oil and Shine Control Primer. And I am going to focus this on my nose because that's where I have the majority of the oil here. All right, well, that feels nice. Actually, it doesn't feel too silicone-y. On the perimeters of my face, before I got started, I did use the Ciate Watermelon Burst, the one from my part 1 video. I put that on the perimeters on my face. So I'm gonna go off, I'm gonna clean up my under eyes, and I'm gonna put my foundation on so we can come back and try out the powder. Okay, so I went off and did my base and my concealer, and so now we're gonna go in with the Tarte Shape Tape Setting Powder in Translucent. It is absorbs oil and mattifies, blurs, bakes, and sets, mesh-free sifter formulated with vitamin C for brightening. So I don't really remember using anything that has a sifter on it. So this is new to me. Okay, which I'm not going to use. And I'm gonna set it as I normally would, which is with my sponge. So it has a little sifter. Oop, it has a little sifter in there. Picking up. And I am going to set my whole face with this, because that is what I normally would do with my powder. Wow, my eyeshadow just looks too intense. Too intense. And I don't know how I feel about this sifter. I just feel like I'm not getting anything, or I am getting powder. It feels like I gotta work for it. I prefer just to tap the powder out onto the lid. Definitely like it better than the other powder that I used yesterday. It doesn't feel tight. It does look very powdery. So what I'm gonna do, what I always do, which is I'm going to spray some setting spray now, just to melt all the powders in. Let's see how that goes. When it's gonna be completely sat down, you just wanna take a sponge. There, okay, so I'm gonna go off, do the rest of my makeup, and then I'll come back and give you my thoughts on these products. Okay, so I went off and I finished all of my makeup. This is what we're going with today. This is what I'm going with as far as the eyes today. I did add that same brown down into my waterline here and just added mascara. And so let's talk about these products. The Smashbox Oil and Control Primer. I rather enjoyed it. I love that it's not heavy silicone. Like, I'm not just slathering silicone onto my face. Usually when I use silicone products, my foundation seems to slip and slide on my face, which is why I try to stay away from them. However, this one did not give me that effect. I rather much enjoyed the way this felt on my skin. I'll continue to use it. And if it truly does do what it says, which is controls the oil and the shine, I think this would be a great product for everyday use, or specifically in the summertime. Now about the Shape Tape translucent powder. I I'll keep on using this powder. I do like it. I am feeling the tightness of the powder in this area here only, not anywhere else. It's also a product that says it absorbs oils and stuff, so probably a really good one to use in the hot summer months to help with excess oils and stuff. Now, as far as the mesh in here, that's not my jam. I rather tap out the product and work my way from there. Now, with this mesh, I don't know if you can do that, but you could use this compact like this with the lid, or you can unscrew it and have the mirror separate to get closer with, and then you can have this sitting here. That's kind of neat that you sort of have like a two-in-one there. So I will continue to use this. I actually do like the way it made my skin look. It doesn't look cakey. It only feels tight and maybe a little heavy in this area, but everywhere else it actually looks nice. And the fact that I set it twice, it still looks really nice. Now, let's talk about this eyeshadow. Lovecraft, I'm so sorry. I love your other products, but this is just not something that I can see myself reaching for. I like the way it looks. It's so pretty. I really would have wished this was a product that I would reach more often. I would put it where my other palettes are, just because of how pretty it is itself. But these colors, I mean, here you can tell it just looks like a chocolatey brown. Nothing like that. The shimmers are like satin shimmers, so you're not going to get that intense payoff. Even by spritzing the brush, it was just a little bit. It wasn't like bam in your face. Let's kick back. If you are a person that loves, you know, dark smoky eyes on the regular, then this might be something for you. I unfortunately could not make it work. I just felt like all of the colors just kind of muddled all together for me. Maybe I was doing something wrong with it. If you know you made this palette work, please tag me in one of your videos or on Instagram, and so I can go in and see. This is just not a palette for me. This is a product that I will be passing along to my sister or one of my girls. But yeah, sorry, Lovecraft, this was just not for me. So we came to the end of part 2 of October's IPSY. I really hope you enjoyed it. I hope you enjoyed my reviews. Just because something did not work for me does not mean that it will not work for you. We all have different skin situations. We all have different preferences, different likes. So like I said, just because it doesn't work for me doesn't mean it won't work for you. So thank you so much for watching today. Thank you so much for clicking on today's video. Don't forget to like and subscribe, comment down below. And until next time, I hope you guys have yourselves a great rest of your day. Bye.